So, I'm bored. I'm really, actually, quite bored right now. So, alright. It's currently September 8th, I should know, because tomorrow is September 9th, which is my birthday. I'll be turning 17. Woo, I can see R-rated movies on my own. It's not like I'd want to. The only movies that I have actually seen lately are Premium Rush, which is really fantastic, has Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it, really attractive, all about bikers. Batman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, Batman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, Born Legacy twice. Really nothing else, which is kind of sad, but kind of not. This light is really big behind me. I'll edit this later. Okay, so, I didn't really know what I was going to talk about. I did, okay. So, I'm bored. Long story. Short is my parents are at an Ignatius football game, so I have to entertain myself tonight. And Doctor Who doesn't come on till 9 o'clock, and it's 7:19 right now, so I remembered the fact that I had talked with the Durkers about possibly doing a joint video blog thing, and that'd be great. I would love to be able to do that. I'm not saying we're going to be YouTube famous or anything. That'd be kind of fun, but I doubt it's going to happen. So I don't know, kind of wanted to rant so that if I decided to make a YouTube channel, I could. And also, I don't know, editing videos, while tedious, is actually kind of fun. So, yeah. Ooh. So, I don't really have a name for what I'm going to be doing or what I'm going to call this. I'm going to move this a little bit. No, I'm not. But, little stuff about me. I am a huge nerd. I'm a comic book fan, as evidenced by the Batman posters. I'm also Whovian, as evidenced by the Dalek poster. I painted that. It's not that good, but I painted it and I like it. I have a lot of comic books. I will show them at some later date, mainly because I don't want to move my computer for whatever reason. I just don't feel like it. Yeah, so basically what I'm going to talk about is how I used to be solely a DC Comics girl. I used to read DC Comics, only watch their shows. I would live and breathe DC Comics. I know everything about the universe. Actually everything, though. Give me the name of a superhero, I can tell you their origin, their father's name, who they're married to, what their powers are, and how they died and then got resurrected, because DC does that all the time. Actually, all the time. So, I used to be a solely DC Comics fan, and I'm not anymore. I hate to admit it, but I have switched to Marvel. That is my new thing. Yes, it's upsetting, but DC Comics decided to do this thing where they rebooted the universe. It was annoying. It was very, very sad. When I say reboot the universe, I don't mean, like, oh, everything's kind of the same, but just a little bit different. Like, this person didn't die, and this person's back to life, and this person has no memory, and Superboy Prime punched reality, so everything kind of shattered and changed. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that they actually deleted the universe and made a new one from scratch. That's not okay. You can't just do that. So I have been reading comic books since freshman year. I'm a senior. When I started reading comic books, there was this handy-dandy website called HTML Comics. It doesn't exist anymore. The feds took it down because you were able to read comic books online, kind of like how you stream things on YouTube, but I'm not saying it was legal. I'm not saying I'm proud of it. But I'm saying it was very quite actually useful because I was able to read all these series. I read all of Teen Titans. I read all of Robin. I read Superman, Batman. That wasn't that good. Stephanie Brown Batgirl, which I have all of the issues now. But what else? Green Lantern. Still own all of those, but still. The same principles, same general principles. Young Justice, I can't find those anymore. They're brilliant. But I read them all. A lot of Batman, little bit of Superman, I'm not really a big Superman fan. Just don't feel it. I tried to read The Outsiders. They were just rampaging sex monsters. So, yeah, no, I didn't really read that as the little innocent freshman me. But, so, yeah. So, basically, long story short, the reason I fell in love with comic books was because of a handy-dandy TV show called Teen Titans. You know it. If you're watching this, you've heard of it. Or you've seen it. Yes. So, that handy-dandy show called Teen Titans got me realizing that there was also a comic that went along with it. With the same kind of anime characters. So I looked for it on the internet, and instead, I found this. Teen Titans, the actual comic. It's great, and I love it. And this is my favorite run. Jeff Johns is a genius. So, if you look on here, so now you can see, there's Raven, there's Cyborg, there's Starfire and all her slutty lack of costumeness, there's Kid Flash, Superboy, Robin, Tim Drake, my favorite character in all comic books actually, Beast Boy is the tiger here, and then Wonder Girl, right in the middle. So, I love this comic to death. It's great, I own every issue, it's fantastic, and it makes me very happy. Very, very happy when I read them. It's all about, like, being family and teammates and camaraderie, and it's actually fantastic. Then they rebooted the universe. This is what Teen Titans looks like now. It's terrible. I hate it. Sorry, I'm, like, working with the camera and how I don't like it. It's very annoying. So, for comparison, this is Superboy. This is Robin. This is Wonder Girl. Yes, I made a costume of her and wore it at New York Comic Con, but that does not excuse the fact that I don't like this costume. How does it stay up? I don't understand. Yeah, that's Kid Flash, who, by the way, doesn't look like Bart. Oh, yeah, and then over here, this one right here, that's Solstice. Not seeing it. And this one down here, that's Skitter. She's new. She's like half bug, but only when she's sleeping. It's weird. It's really weird. Also, Superboy? Yeah, he used to look cooler than that. Now he's got like a weird haircut. And I just... Oh, yeah. Tim Drake, Red Robin, different backstory. Don't like it. Wonder Girl doesn't have a backstory anymore. Don't like that. Kid Flash, once again, no more backstory. None of these people know each other, and I don't even know if the Teen Titans existed before this iteration. DC doesn't tell us anything. It's been a year since this came out. 1 year! I gave up after issue 6. I gave up. It was not worth my time. DC, you are not worth my money, nor are you worth my time. Now, one way to come back into my favor would be to bring back my second, actually possibly first, favorite character in all of DC Comics, ever. Right behind Tim Drake, who's just awesome, but she's awesomer. Stephanie Brown! Batgirl! Greatest comic ever. Ignore the F that's just on the plastic casing. But actually, though, Stephanie Brown is so inspirational. She helps me when I'm sad. It sounds so lame. But, I mean, this girl... This one, spoiler, right here. She's had a tough life. And she gets over it. And she's a badass. A badass. And it's fantastic. But, actually, she's fantastic. So, what you should take away from this is... Batgirl? Awesome. Very, very awesome. DC Comics just kind of threw her out. They pretended she doesn't exist. She doesn't exist anymore. She's gone. Bring her back. Please. Please. I love her. So, that's my rant. Yep. Woo.